Hey everybody, it's B, and if you know, you know, but if you don't know, I'm on a journey to lose 100 pounds, and I figured today we would do like a little Q&A moment, because I'm feeling like particularly chatty. Also, if this video is like an hour long, I'm sorry. Let me think if I'm gonna commit to timestamps or not. Because that's a big commitment. There might be timestamps on this video, so feel free to jump around if you're interested in particular questions. You don't gotta watch the whole thing, because this video is probably gonna be long. As fact. So let's just dive into the questions. I asked you guys on Instagram and on the YouTube community tab some questions, and I will give you some answers. So let's just get into them. How have you been handling your relapse, and have you been able to binge less? I'm not 100% back on track, hence the Q&A. I have been binging less. I have not been ordering DoorDash or ordering a plethora of food from different places like I was previously. I have an insatiable appetite right now, and food doesn't taste that great because I kind of like blew out my taste buds. Everything's tasting kind of bland. That's like on the healthier side if it's not packed with sugar or salt. So I'm in a little bit of a conundrum. I'm thinking about doing another fast. I wouldn't do it for weight loss purposes, but just for getting back on track and like resetting my taste buds, because I found I've done a 3-day fast before. I think I would only do like a 48-hour fast or something, or maybe just like 24 hours just to see if that helps. And now that we have Thanksgiving out of the way, I feel like I could really fully commit. Already decorating for Christmas? Fun fact about me, I actually really dislike Christmas. I'm not really that much of a holiday queen. My favorite holiday is Halloween, not for any particular reasons other than you don't have the family obligations like you do on any other holiday, which sounds really bad, but I don't talk to half my family. Like, I feel like a lot of guilt for like not being the one to like reach out to the half of my family I don't really speak with. The holidays are just kind of depressing for me for like those reasons. So I just have never really liked Christmas. I didn't even like it when I was younger. Do you want to get married? Have kids? It's just not something that's really important to me. I've never really pictured myself getting married or like what my wedding dress would look like or anything like that. I think it's more important to me to not be bound legally to someone else. I think it would mean more for me like if someone chooses to stick around and like they don't have ties but they keep choosing to stay. Does that make any sense? And as far as kids go, I don't have really that many maternal instincts. I don't like see babies and like want to have them. Like, they're cute and everything. I don't want to be responsible for someone else. 12330 from Lauren Giraldo. Have you tried it? No, but I'm about to. Hint, hint. Hi, I've always wondered what your Myers Briggs personality type is. Kelly. Hi, Kelly. I don't know. I'll have to take that test. Future B, take the test and then add it in here. Myers Briggs. Is that the one with like all the letters? Like the... Hi, I'm an LMNOP. What's your middle name? Louise. B. Louise. Like G. Louise. Other than your current profession, what else would you pursue as a career? I was thinking about this the other day. I would be like a hype man for like a rapper or someone, because I'm real good at making random sounds. You don't have to like make the song. You don't have to play an instrument. You don't have to like understand music at all to be like, yeah, squaw. The dream. Are you scared of bees? I do run away from them. Like if they're flying around, I don't want to get stung. Although like I hear what you're supposed to do is just sit still, but like I could never. I've gotten stung by bees twice so far. One time I had just woken up, went into the kitchen. There had happened to be a bee that was just in there and it stung me on my head. Then I went to breakfast with my mom, came back and fell asleep for 14 hours. I just like could not stay awake. And then I got stung by a bee again. And then again, I fell asleep for a long period of time. So it's like a little bit concerning. I do like them. I think they're cute, especially like those big chubby bumblebees. I found a dead bee once. I have it. Let me show you. I kept it like a weirdo. I'm sorry. Do you see him? This poor little dead friend. I like bees, but they make me sleepy. Is it weird that I kept this? I just found him on the floor. He was already dead. I didn't kill him. But I put him in this little vial I got at a craft store because I was like, that's a cute little vial, and I didn't have any purpose for them. I also put money for Anne's nieces and nephews in one of them one year, and then they all cut themselves on them trying to get the money out. And I was like, oh my God, another reason I should never have children. Do you worry about loose skin? What are your plans to ensure you don't get as much? I'm not too worried about loose skin. Obviously, like if I don't get it, I won't be sad. However, I have a substantial amount of weight to lose. I just assume that I'm gonna have loose skin. I think that I would get like the loose skin surgery, even though it looks freaking brutal. Because like right now I'm uncomfortable, my thighs touching, my belly jiggling, my arm flabs flapping in the wind, that kind of stuff. So I think that if I lose the weight, I'd want to get rid of the skin as well, because like that feeling would still be there with the loose skin. You know what I mean? Like it'd still be flabby. It wouldn't be for aesthetic purposes. It'd be more like for like my comfort level. I don't feel any type of way about like when I see other people with loose skin, like it's whatever. Like John from Obese to Beast, he has loose skin, attractive dude. Don't think anything about his loose skin. You know what I mean? It's kind of just like what you're comfortable with, like when you get to that point. I personally think that I would remove it. Do you ever find yourself compulsively counting calories? If so, how do you deal with this? I have never counted calories compulsively or like really care about them a whole lot. I have like a calorie goal and I'll be in like the ballpark of that. If I go like 100 over or 100 under, I'm not too worried about it because I figure like it all balances out anyway. I definitely don't count them compulsively. I've never gotten in that headspace. What's your favorite movie from childhood? I really liked Pocahontas. I really liked Little Mermaid, of course, like Disney stuff. There was this one obscure movie that I've been trying to find for years now. It was about like these rabbits in a den, and like the animation was really sketchy, like not like sketchy creepy, sketchy like drawing. Like you could see like a lot of the lines in the background, like it looked like it was sketched. What the hell am I trying to say? But like this baby rabbit was like sucking on its ear, and the mom rabbit would be like, don't suck on your ear, that's not polite. And I'm pretty sure it was like British. I don't know, but I've been trying to find that one for like a really long time, and it's like it never existed. Have you ever heard that? I think it's like a creepypasta story, I'm not sure. It's like called Candle Cove or something, where like there's this TV show that like a lot of different people remember, but then it doesn't exist, and like the kids were like watching a static TV and they thought they were watching this like pirate puppet show. I don't know. That got off track, didn't it? Favorite podcasts? Oh, okay. So if you guys aren't watching Sweet Boys, I would seriously consider watching it because it's so good. Oh my God. Andrew and Garrett are literally like their podcast is how my brain works, and it's just all over the place and a million different topics at once and just a lot of tangents. They'll introduce a segment and then it'll be like 10 tangents in before like they get to it. I don't know. It just makes me feel seen and I'm here for it. So yeah, Sweet Boys is awesome. I recommend you guys check them out. I will link them in the description. Any tips for eating breakfast for someone who has no morning appetite? I've definitely been that person where I didn't have any morning appetite, and I would just say don't eat breakfast. As long as you're getting an adequate amount of calories in for the day, I don't really see it as a problem of skipping breakfast. I've done intermittent fasting before, and skipping breakfast was like, it fit in with my schedule, so then I could have more calories at the end of the day when I was like prone to binging. So like, you know, whatever works for you. What were you like in high school? Love from Argentina. Mia, is your profile photo coconut head from Ned's Declassified? I'm sorry, I love that. I was quiet as hell in high school. Like, I didn't talk at all. I'm still like that. I don't really talk at work. I don't know. Group settings for me are just not my cup of tea. I wish it was though, because I like having conversations with people. I just don't feel like super comfortable in like group situations. Anyway, but like I was super quiet. I wore a black jacket all the time to hide my body. Tattoos, will you get any more? I got a sugar skull on my shoulder blade. I got that one when I was probably like 18 or 19. My friend was like, I want to get a tattoo, let's go. And I just kind of like got it randomly. There's no meaning behind any of my tattoos. The one that's really embarrassing that like no one can see in my body that I'm pretty sure like most people don't even know I have because it's because it's under my belly. Who thought that this was a good idea? I'll show you. Hold on. I really have like no shame. But okay, so like see, like my belly like hangs down like this. Like I'm telling you, like, do not get hip tattoos. It's not a good idea because like then you get fat. Like, okay, I was chubby when I got it, right? But I didn't have an apron belly, which is what I have now. When your belly like where it like flaps over and you can see where like the ink is like coming off because it's, you know, it's just in a fold. But girl, one day these birds will fly free. Oh, it's so funny. And not at the same time. It's sad. All my tattoos I got were like when I was 18, you know, like fresh on the block, like I don't need no permission from no one. And they were all like spur of the moment. I kind of lost interest in getting fresh ink. How you got over heartbreak. So this is going to be like one of those really cliche answers because damn it, but it's true. It's time. And also I would say working on yourself, any kind of self-improvement, anything you can do to like put distance between like the person you were in that relationship and changing over to more of the person that you want to be, really investing in yourself. I know when I was going through a breakup, that's when I started getting into graphic design. That's when I decided this is what I want to do. I bought some of those classroom in a book things. I taught myself Photoshop. I taught myself Illustrator. I signed up for school to finish my bachelor's. I also started like journaling in order to kind of like check in emotionally and kind of rein in a lot of those feelings because like heartbreak sucks. It's terrible. And I'm sorry if like you're going through it right now. It does get better. In hindsight, you'll see all the good that happened from the breakup. Can you share some of your artwork in the video, pretty please? I haven't really drawn or painted anything in a really long time. I painted that. It's still not done. I did this and that. Future B, could you please edit in some art as well? I drew this chair that's halfway behind my bedpost. I drew this picture of Iris Apfel and Chetty attacked it. This is my blood with a stampede. Yes, I painted with my blood. Chetty attacked me. He really contributes to a lot of my art, apparently. He attacked my hand and then I just smeared it on a paper and then I drew a stampede over it. I doodle this design a lot because it's kind of fun. I made this octopus. Here's a skull that says do something to remind me to do something, anything. Again, with this design, we got, I don't know, I just like doodle a lot. I made this as like a little emoji, a little burnt toast emoji. Oh, I did actually paint on the leaves. It didn't really go well. I was trying to do that for the Officially Unofficial 5K, but it kind of just sucked, so I didn't include it into the video. I made this skull in ceramics class. He's pretty cool. Here's the koi fish painting up close. Still not done. Here's a painting that's unfinished as well. It's a scene of Dante's Inferno. You might be thinking to yourself like, oh my God, is B classy? Is she into Renaissance stuff? Or did she just see this painting in a Beyonce video and decide to do it for herself? But this is still not done either. I think it's fine because she doesn't have a nipple to show on YouTube because for whatever reason, nipples are really offensive. Anyways, that's all I have out and about without tearing everything apart and getting into a mess. What steps are you taking to be less harsh on yourself and focus on your progress? I don't really feel like I'm that harsh on myself. I get like these comments from time to time, don't be so hard on yourself or stuff like that, but like I don't feel like I am. When I'm telling you guys like in my before and after pictures that there's like differences and like maybe I don't see that much difference, I'm just like being honest. I'm not really like, oh, I suck because I didn't lose more weight or anything like that. I'm just kind of like being matter of fact about stuff. I'm pretty blunt and just like I say things how they are or I try to anyway. Hey B, I really want to know how you stay consistent with your journey. I love you so much. I love you so much too. Thank you. I don't stay consistent. I think you just gotta like, when you fall off, you just gotta get on as soon as you can and then repeat the process. Like this probably won't be the last time I fall off track. Let's be honest. But yeah, I'm definitely, please don't have the notion that I'm 100% consistent all the time because I definitely am not. I try the best I can and that's all anyone can do when trying to make a lifestyle change. Did anyone ever tell you that you look like the female, better looking version of James Marriott? Sorry, I don't know how to say his name. I've seen his channel before and I have heard that before. I get compared to like a lot of men. Like I get like Jack Black. There was some actor on like a telenovela. I had to look him up. But like I do get compared to a lot of men. I know it's because I got that big dick energy. You know what I mean? I just think it's funny. Like I don't find it offensive at all. I don't know. But yes, I have heard that before. I'm not mad at it. He's cool. Also, people I get compared to is Jennifer Carpenter from Dexter. I get compared to her quite a bit. In my earlier videos, people were saying that I look like Emma Watson, which like I don't think I look like any of these people. Maybe Jack Black. Where does your cat's name come from? So my cat's name is Panchetty. His name was originally Moriarty, and then it changed to Morty, and then it changed to Panchetty, and then I just call him like Chetty. He just responds to it. I don't know. I think I heard the word pancetta or something like that. It's like I think it's like ham or some kind of like lunch meat. I just started calling him Panchetty. I don't know why. It just kind of happened. So yeah, that's his name. And people are also asking how old he is. I think he's probably like 3 now. I got him when he was a kitten from the animal shelter. It was like free cat day. I guess on this day every week they give out free cats. It was right at like my breakup. My mom took me to the animal shelter just to kind of like look at animals to like make me happy because I was like a basket case mess. And then it was like free cat day, and there are these kittens, like a bunch of polydactyl kittens, like because Chetty has like 15 million paws. Well, like 2. He has like his real paw, and then like he has like a paw coming out the side right here. So it makes it look like he has like thumbs. We got him as my breakup cat, my emotional support animal. And he's just kind of been like my little buddy ever since. So yeah, that's the story of Panchetty and how he came to be in my life. Are you moving out of your mom's anytime soon? So for those of you who don't know, I do live with my mom and I'm 28. I used to feel really like embarrassed about that. And I was like, I'm not in the place that I'm supposed to be at this point in my life and like all this stuff. But I am in the process of getting pre-qualified for a home loan. We'll see where that takes us. The housing market in Colorado is like a little bit like crazy right now because within a year, the prices have gone up 17%. Yay! So that's lovely. And also, I just want to say, if you're someone who's in my position, like an old person that still lives with their mom, like don't feel that bad because like it's really freaking hard to be able to afford a house while you're single. And also, how are you supposed to not be single when you're living with your mom? It's so difficult. I don't know. What's something that really grinds your gears? 2 words. Bumper stickers. Can't stand them. I don't care what they say. I hate them. I hate them so much. I don't know. I don't know why people need to put their opinions on their cars. Like, it seems like a bad idea to me. I don't know why it annoys me so much, but it does. Oh, and also those like fake like ball sacks that they put on trucks. Please stop doing that. Why is that a thing? Why am I getting videos flagged on YouTube for wearing underwear, but there's people with literal ball sacks hanging from the back of their truck and that's appropriate somehow? I'm sorry, I'm getting really worked up. I don't like bumper stickers. Like I should make merch, but it'd be like a bumper sticker, like an anti-bumper sticker bumper sticker. No, I still hate it. I still hate it. I don't know. How do you handle it when you see other YouTubers have reviewed your journey? It's just odd to me. Okay, so I get that I'm a public figure now and that like people are gonna have opinions on what I do, what I put out into the interwebs and all that good stuff. However, I don't find it helpful for me and I don't watch it. What's your dream wardrobe like and do you dress how you want now? I've been thinking about my personal style for a little bit now. I think it would be somewhere in between like Steve Jobs and Miss Frizzle from the Magic School Bus because I'm very into like themed outfits. Like I want to like wear a sweater with little raccoons on it, but also like just be very like brooding in like an all black ensemble with like a black turtleneck and some dad sneakers. So I don't know. I really don't think I have much of a personal style now. My go-tos have always been like whatever fits. And when I'm trying on clothes and stuff in the store, I'm like, if it fits, it must look good, right? Which is not true. But in reality, as a plus size woman, I've had the options to be stylish. There's clothing stores available now where you can dress however you want. Like you see a bunch of thick baddies on the gram all the time, just killing the style game. That has never been me. I seriously kind of doubt that I'll be stylish even if I lose weight. How has your lifestyle changed since becoming YouTube famous? Has it had any substantial impact on your social, dating, personal life? I don't see myself as famous or anything. I've never been recognized out in like the wilderness. My coworkers know about my YouTube channel now. They ask me questions about it, or like they talk about like things that I've like shared in my videos. You know, so like that's cool. Like they seem like pretty supportive about it and stuff like that. But like as far as my life or lifestyle changing, it hasn't really. And like it's good, like at work I'm treated like the same or whatever. I definitely don't want to get a big head about anything or like start feeling famous, because like that's like an icky territory. I want to stay humble, which is a really good reason for keeping my day job, because I feel like an idiot all the time in my day job because like I don't know stuff, or like I have to answer the phone and then I get anxiety, or I have to like answer an email and I'm like, I should not be an adult. It keeps me like very humble. What's your biggest/favorite non-scale victory so far? I was really pleased when my winter jacket from last year was able to zip. So I didn't have to go out into an Arctic tundra that Colorado can be in an open jacket any longer. So are you interested in doing the 75 hard challenge? I actually was looking into that for my next challenge. However, the sun sets at like 5 p.m. I get off of work, and by the time I get home, it's pretty much dark. And the rules of the 75 hard say like you have to work out twice a day for 45 minutes. One of the exercises has to be outside. On the days that I work from home, I would be able to do that, but I've been going into the office at least once a week lately, usually multiple times a week. So it's just like bad timing. And also it gets really cold in Colorado. Like that's another concern. But I am interested in it, but I think it might be more of a summertime kind of thing when the days are a little bit longer. Sorry. This question's making me laugh. Is Mama Caruso a help or a hindrance in your weight loss journey? Is she supportive in adopting healthy eating habits with you, or is her lifestyle choices contradictory to yours? Either way, how does that influence you in your journey? She is a hindrance. No, she's like both, but like to be fair, I'm the same to her. Like all my choices are my own. So like if I'm off track or something, like that's my fault. I think it's a little bit different like if you're a child and your parent is the one that like prepares the food for you or whatever. But like, yeah, I'm an adult. Like I can take care of myself. My choices are my own. Like it's not, me being off track isn't like her bad at all. You know what I mean? Do you like ducks? Yeah, they're great. How's your bullet journal going? It's not. I did it for like a day. How did you decide your goal weight? So I say like my whole tagline in the beginning of my videos and everything is want to lose 100 pounds. I just looked at one of those BMI charts one day and it was exactly 100 pounds. And I was like, that's a good even number to just say. Obviously, if I get down like 85 pounds or 97 pounds, I'm not going to be like, I gotta hit 100 pounds or else I'm a failure. I need like some kind of goal. It's not that rigid. It's kind of just something to say. Like, I'm not going to come on here and like, hi, my name is B and I'm on a journey to lose 84 pounds. Exactly. Actually, that might not be too bad. That would actually kind of be kind of funny. What's your favorite letter of the alphabet? I like capital Q's. It's a little bit of a thick bitch, but also a little bit fancy because it has that tail. Would you ever do a meetup in Colorado? Post-COVID, of course. I really would like to like meet you guys like in person and like have a conversation and like do stuff. I'm very worried about it though, because I'm worried that I'm just gonna like shut down, because I know how I am in like groups of people, and I'm worried that like I'm just gonna like be a spaz and like just like not talk at all, and it's just gonna be real awkward, if that makes any sense. Obviously, like I don't want to be that way, but my track record has shown to like not do too well in group situations. So like that's what I'm most worried about. Is this real life? I do not think so. I've said it before, I will say it again. This is probably a simulation, because what the hell is actually going on? How do you manage the negative comments you received? First of all, my audience is awesome. A lot of people are in the same boat I am. They're trying to lose weight. They have lost weight. They're sympathetic to the struggle. So like they get it and they're supportive. So big thank you for all of you who are like that, because it's very helpful and encouraging. There are people that try to say hateful things or try to make me feel bad, or maybe like they don't even think I'll see the comment. But like those ones for the most part aren't even that bad. Like they're calling me me fat or ugly or annoying or, you know, whatever else. And I just let like that kind of stuff roll off. However, there was one comment that really just got under my skin. And when I think about it today, it still annoys me. However, I have like a kind of different view on it. I was debating on whether or not to say it, but I think I'll just say it because it kind of is important to talk about. So it has to do with mental health. Like they were basically saying that I was bandwagoning, that I was jumping on the depressed train because it was trendy. They were saying that I was doing a disservice to people who actually experience depression. And I'm like, I am a person who actually experiences depression. But I wasn't suffering enough to be valid in their eyes, I guess. I don't know. But that just obviously really got under my skin because historically, depression and anxiety and mental health in general is recently not being taboo to talk about. It's something that's highly hidden because like the fear of judgment and also for the fear of people not taking you seriously and thinking that you're faking or just wanting attention. But my purpose for talking about my mental health in this whole thing has never been to like get sympathy or to be cool or trendy. It's like, that's just ridiculous. You know, and for me personally, for a lot of my life, I didn't tell anyone how I was feeling, even though like I've dealt with anxiety and depression pretty much my entire life. But I don't know, like that just really got to me. So you don't have to be the worst of the worst to make your experience valid. There's always going to be someone that's suffering more than you. There's always going to be someone suffering less than you. And the whole point of me documenting my journey is just to put my experience out there. I don't know. But like I responded to that comment and I was not nice. And I don't really regret not being nice, but it's definitely a thing that happens. Like I was watching this Molly Burke video. If you don't know her, she's a pretty big YouTuber and she's blind and she brings a lot of awareness to her condition and how she functions in everyday life. It's interesting to see a different point of view and like how life is different for her and like all that stuff, and that's why I watch. But she mentioned in one of her videos that there was an entire Reddit thread dedicated to disproving her vision impairment. And that's actually disgusting to me. Like there's just like no compassion. So like I just kind of realized like when I saw that video after I had gotten that comment that like this is just going to be a thing, unfortunately. What can I do to stop hating my stretch marks? I have them everywhere after I've lost weight. I got stretch marks after I went through puberty. I have them everywhere. I have them on the backs of my arms, my breasts, my stomach, my back. They're really purple when they first formed, and then like they're really light now, like you could barely see them. They blend in with my skin because my skin is pasty white. For the most part, they don't bother me anymore. They really bothered me when I was younger, obviously, because you're kind of like going through it when you're going through puberty anyway. What really helped me with body image and stuff in general, I've mentioned this before, is just seeing real people. I had a figure drawing class where like we were drawing naked or scantily clad people, and that's kind of the first time I saw like real everyday people, like a wide variety of them naked, I guess, as opposed to like actual fashion models or people on the cover of magazines that were very heavily photoshopped. So just like look at real people, like if you're at a beach setting or something, like look at other people and try not to be like judgmental, just like look at it objectively, and you could be like, oh, like there's like a wide variety of bodies. I'm not a freak of nature. Like, see, I have stretch marks all up my belly. It's just the thing. How hard was it to become a graphic designer, and was it hard finding a job? So I've always been interested in art. I kind of always had pretty decent eye as far as like putting together compositions because like I've been drawing my entire life. However, you don't need to be good at art to do graphic design. That's like a common misconception. When I went to college for graphic design, like I knew that my degree would not be enough. I looked for internships and all that stuff. I like pushed myself to get out of my comfort zone. I ended up getting a graphic design like work study position at the university in the marketing department, and I got to do some fun stuff with that, as far as like I got to make a billboard and I got to make a magazine campaign and a bunch of stuff that like if I had just did the coursework for my degree, I probably wouldn't have a job. I didn't have that real world experience if I didn't like branch out. I hit the ground running as soon as I graduated. I knew it was going to be very difficult to find a job. First of all, where I live, graphic design positions weren't aplenty. If they were, it was like working at a print shop, and it wasn't really graphic design that much. So I knew I had to go to a larger city to find work. Graphic design is pretty competitive. I applied to 236 different jobs when I graduated, and I got 4 interviews. It's a pretty hard field to like get into if you're going in-house. There's always the option to do freelance. I personally didn't want to do that because like I didn't want to deal with running my own business, and then the whole YouTube thing happened and I ended up kind of having to do that anyway. So but it was pretty difficult finding a job or finding anyone just to like look at my portfolio or anything. The problem with graphic design listings is they want you to wear a lot of different hats. It's not just being a graphic designer. They wanted you to be able to do photography and video work, do coding and website design, manage social media accounts, which is a lot. So in a lot of the jobs I was applying for, very little of it would actually be design, what I actually went to school for. Can you do a video about dating life and if you think your weight plays a factor in it? That video would be very short. Because I don't. When I was dating, like years ago, I was still fat. I was dating more when I'd first gotten out of my relationship just to kind of fill that gap, you know what I mean? And try to get over someone faster, which I don't know. I don't think it really works. Plus I had like bad experiences. Dating is hard in general. For me personally, it takes so long for me to feel comfortable with someone and to like open up and stuff. And like most people, like, I don't know, like first of all, like I was using Tinder because I don't know how to meet people in real life, and Tinder is awful. It just is, because people aren't looking for a relationship on Tinder mostly. It's mostly looking for like hookup stuff, but I don't know how to find something that's not that in real life. But yeah, it takes me forever to like open up with someone, and you know, we live in like a society of like instant gratification and stuff like that. So for me, just finding someone to spend more than one dinner with you would be just like a hurdle. So I don't know. I don't think that's really attributed to my weight as much as it's attributed to like my personality or something. I don't know. Do you still talk to your ex, the one you referenced in a video a few months ago? No. Big no. How's it going with the process of finding a therapist? I think that part can be overwhelming. It is very overwhelming. I'm taking a beat with the whole thing. I've stopped looking for a therapist. I'll eventually start again, but I mean, the timing just feels weird. I kind of want something that doesn't feel rushed, and I'm not in a rush. And I'm also thinking to myself, like, what can of worms is therapy gonna bring up? And would it really be beneficial to drag all that stuff to the surface right now? Well, we're in the thick of quarantine. It might not be the best idea to deal with right now. So I'm kind of like, you know what? Let's just put a pin in it. Have you tried keto? Thoughts? I have not tried keto. I'm interested in it just to see what would happen to my body. As a science experiment, I think it'd be awesome. As like a long-term thing that I do for like ever and ever, I doubt. I know I wouldn't do it forever. When you make it to your goal, and you will make it, I love your faith in me. What is one thing you've always wanted to do, but wouldn't because of your previous self? I don't think that there's anything that I've prevented myself from doing just because I'm overweight. I think I pretty much have done like any goal I set for myself. I like push myself to do. Do you take any medication to manage your PCOS? I take hormonal birth control, and that's all. How do you feel about having so many subscribers in a short amount of time, and do you feel you have changed from your authentic self to appeal to the YouTube audience? If you want to get philosophical, what is the true sense of self? I know for me, like I behave a different way when I'm alone in front of a camera as opposed to with a friend or at work. I think we present ourselves differently, you know, despite our even knowing it, because like, you know, being around certain people brings out a certain side of you. I don't really know what my authentic self is. I know that how I relate to the camera is more how I relate to a friend, but I do censor myself in some ways, you know, like if I think like a joke might be insensitive, because I don't want to offend anyone. It's never my intention to like offend anyone. And also going back to like the negative comments, I'm not really offended by much. So I kind of have to like check myself sometimes. Like earlier on in this that I'm probably going to cut out of the video, but now I'm going to talk about it again, so I probably won't cut it out of the video. I don't know, but I was asked if I was Jewish. I said no, but in my passport photo, I got made fun of for looking like Anne Frank. And then I was thinking to myself, is that insensitive? Is that offensive? And it's hard to know where that line is. I don't know in a lot of situations. Everything's like so nuanced. And like, even if I'm like not serious and I'm talking about something, people might still take it as like me being serious. So I try to like, I censor myself in that way. So maybe that's inauthentic, but I think that that's pretty normal for the current landscape of the internet. Like, we're dealing with pretty heavy cancel culture. I mean, people are running with like torches and pitchforks back and forth from influencer to influencer. You know, like, people should be held accountable, but at the same time, like, I don't really know where the line is. Like, for example, like in my last video, I went through the Starbucks drive-thru and I got this like little snack tray. And I didn't know what like the packaging looked like. On the app when I was like scrolling through, it's just a picture of like apples and nuts and stuff, and like they weren't in a package. So I didn't know how it would come. It came in like a plastic tray with like a plastic covering, and like the egg had been out of the shell and like in plastic. I'm never gonna buy that again, but I got like quite a bit of hate because like it used so much plastic. And when I got it, it's funny because like I looked at it and I was like, people are gonna have something to say about this. So I considered cutting it out of the video, and I was like, why would I distort this moment in time? Because it's not like it's my fault. I didn't package the damn product. I didn't know how it came packaged. I had already purchased it prior to even seeing it. So like, I'm not gonna pretend like I'm a perfect human being, because I'm not in any way. And like, I say insensitive things, and I laugh at inappropriate jokes, and sometimes I'm terrible for the environment. I don't know what to tell you. We live in a very weird place where people want you to be perfect, but at the same time you're ostracized for only presenting perfect things. If you're one of those influencers that only presents perfect things, like a perfect life, they're like, that's unattainable. But then like, the reason they are that way is because they get so much criticism, and they've probably been backed into this corner where like they probably want to pull out all their hair and scream. I'm constantly fighting that to like not be backed into that corner. I'm gonna f up. I am. It's just the way that it is. I'm a person. I try to have that balance. No matter what you see from the screen, there's going to be some degree of abstraction. As far as like existing on the internet, I don't know. I don't know how to exist on the internet in like a truly authentic way. I don't think that there is a way to, unless you're completely uninhibited and you don't care what people think. But I do care what people think, as far as like, I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. I don't know. It's a weird spot to navigate. Let's just say that. Sorry it was so long-winded. Do you ever feel regretful after posting a video, or like embarrassed? I'm not saying that you should be, but I'm pretty unconfident and insecure person, so I was wondering how you are able to be so confident. You're so lovely, hilarious, by the way. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you, Maggie. That was very sweet. And it makes me sad that you're unconfident and insecure. I only felt regret after posting one video. So in this video, it was my review of a review. Like, I didn't say anything bad about like the person or anything in the video, but like a lot of my subscribers felt the need to go on my defense in this situation and like send a lot of hate and stuff toward this person. And then like I got a lot of hate on my channel. I was like, why is this happening? It's not really my intention. I was just responding to a video that was made about me. I left that video up for like a while because I was like, people are gonna watch the video and see that I'm not saying anything mean toward this person. Like, why are they sending hate? And then also like there was a message on it saying not to send hate. It didn't work, so I just privated it. I was like, I don't know what to do. So like that was my first, I guess, like taste of like putting something out on the internet that like the intention of it wasn't in malice, and a lot of like bad stuff came from it. Obviously it's not like the biggest drama scandal or whatever, but it was like a little taste of that, and like I never want to be involved in something like that again. That was terrible. That's something else that like kind of backs you into a corner, because like if you have an opinion that differs from someone else, then like you could just already assume that hate's gonna go toward that person, so it's like you don't say anything at all. It's weird, but I don't feel embarrassed as far as like me being goofy on camera or like the way I look on camera or whatever, just because like, I don't know, That's me. What is your guilty pleasure YouTube content? I really like TikTok compilations. I'm ashamed to say, but I sit there and I watch those like all day. Do you plan on continuing to post videos once your goal has been reached? If so, what do you think your content will be evolving into from there? Any aspirations? You're very good at conveying your message and telling your story, so I hope you stick around. Thank you very much. That's very sweet. I think that's like a really good compliment to get. I do really enjoy like putting together videos and being creative, and also like it's totally an outlet for me to express myself, because as I have expressed many times in this Q&A, I'm not 100% the most extroverted person. You know, I could kind of show you things through my perspective, through editing, and like I think that that's awesome. But as far as what my content will be or what it will be evolving into, I don't know. I think it's too early to tell. I think it changes, and I don't know where it goes. And all these lines on my face are annoying me, so I think it's time to wrap up this Q&A. Because, God, it's probably going to be like 3 hours long, and I think that's hilarious. But like I mentioned, you are 100% welcome to skip around. And I will be doing the timestamps. And I think it's funny that this is like going to be a feature-length film of me answering questions. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. And if you want to continue to support the struggle, go ahead and subscribe, hit that notification bell. All of that stuff really helps out the channel. And next week, we will get back into the thick of weight loss. I have things planned. I'm looking forward to getting back on track and, you know, seeing some results. But yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Bye!